We got a new Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order update that includes some nice fixes and improvements, so we'll of course go over them. Plus we got the game director in a new IGN interview saying that they are still committed to the game, so there is still hope for New Game Plus. And speaking of New Game Plus, you see a mod in action right here that someone made that already gives you a taste of what New Game Plus would look like. And it also has a red lightsaber. So let's talk about that. A like on the video would of course be awesome. And let's go. Let's start with the new 1.06 update that we got 1 week after the big photo mode update. So this one is not as big as that previous one, but it's still worth discussing. They namely updated Cal so that he is more responsive during combat, and this change includes tweaks to the stagger reaction, kicks, flybacks, staff parry, and also the sprint attacks. And it's always hard to test this when you can't go back to the previous changes, but you do get the sense that it feels slightly better and responsive. But totally let me know your experience after the update in the comments down below. We got a fix for BD1 where it would sometimes not scan one of the Sevo villagers after a shutdown during saving, so very specific. Should be fixed now though, just like multiple collisions across both Sevo and Bogano. General stability improvements were also pushed, but still after this update you will feel the occasional lag and stutters. It's still kinda sad that the game feels janky 1 month after launch. I've now played on PC and Xbox One X and it's not very well optimized, as you likely experience as well. So hopefully they will continue and improve that over time. We do have some fixes though for the ledge grabs that would sometimes behave incorrectly, and an audio issue that would cause sound effects to play in an incorrect order. I will leave a link to the full patch notes in the video description for if you want to check them for yourself, and in the comments under those Reddit patch notes you will find a lot of people asking for extra content, something that I've of course done in my videos here too, and I know many people in the comments under those videos as well. And while the news from the new Respawn job listings are finally catching the eye of some media outlets, like we discussed that more than a week ago, Respawn is hiring, like looking for people to work on something Star Wars related that is also a third-person action game. So likely the sequel or maybe DLC. Sequel is more likely, but there is still hope for some cool new additions via updates like New Game Plus, because we got Stick the game director on Fallen Order, who was interviewed by Ryan from IGN about his career, and at the end of that interview he asks about what is next for Stick and the team.
Well, all right, you're gonna keep working on Star Wars? What's the plan? You wanna stick with this thing?
Well, we're committed right now to, like, this game. And whatever it takes, you know, in the next several weeks, like we're having conversations like we are right now. And we're excited to getting more people's hands on it. But that's kind of where we're at right now. We don't really have anything that we can speak about today.
I will leave a link to the full interview in the video description. It's totally worth the listen in my opinion. You kind of hear how he went from creating God of War to working on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and how it is to work with LucasArts, for example. But yeah, let's go back to his quotes, because what he says is that they are committed to Jedi Fallen Order for at least the coming weeks, so maybe into January of next year. I found the part where he said that they are having conversations right now, and while it was still fake, that could totally be about some cool things that they still have planned for this game. Because yes, this interview was likely from a week ago before it was published, so already well beyond the launch of the game. Fingers crossed, and when we know more about any future content, I'll of course let you know here. And what is actually funny is that you can already kind of play a New Game Plus mode on the PC. Jordy C on Nexus Mods made a save file with a cheat engine that gives us an idea of what New Game Plus would look like. So you start at the game in Bogano right after you meet BD1, and you immediately have all the cosmetics unlocked, like all the ponchos, the skins for BD1, and also for your Mantis too. So you can immediately go to town with that and also switch between the many different ponchos, so you have a fresh new look every 5 minutes, for as far as that's possible of course in this game. And to unlock the outfits you just need to find one, and you can already do that on Bogano after you got the wall running, and the moment you unlock one you have the others as well. But yeah, of course, in New Game Plus, the idea is that everything carries over from your previous save and that you can then play through the story again. So skills are kind of an issue because it can break the progress of the game if you already have force push the first time you get to Bogano to, for example, push the bridge, and then you can get to places that you should not be able to go to yet. So the structure of this game is also the reason why Respawn said that New Game Plus it's not really possible for Jedi Fallen Order. So how it works with this mod is that you have an unlimited amount of skill points. You start with 220, so you can immediately purchase all the skills when they are available. Because you of course get access to new skills as you go on with the story and unlock new force powers. So this could be a way that Respawn could handle New Game Plus too, although I would imagine that they do not give unlimited skill points, but just unlock the skills as they become available. But yeah, I gotta say, after like playing this New Game Plus mod, you do feel way less powerful the moment you start New Game Plus if you lose a lot of the skills that you had at the end of the game. So it would feel kinda weird to go from that save to this save and then unlock the skills as you go on with the story like you normally have. Maybe they can find a way to unlock the skills that aren't tied to the force push and pull, for example, that you get in the tombs, but let me still like parry incoming bullets when sprinting, or give me the extra health and force. With this New Game Plus mod, you also don't start with the double-bladed lightsaber like I had to get it on Dathomir again. That would also be a big step back if you did not get that from the start with New Game Plus. So what I'm trying to say here is that I can totally see why this would be way more work than just a simple switch. The chests are also interesting because in this mod I can open them again while I already have all the items. So then you simply open them and get nothing. So I would totally say that they have to think about something like that too, because if all the chests were already opened in this New Game Plus mode save, then you have no incentive to go and get these chests again. What you sometimes see in New Game Plus is that they introduce a new currency that you in this case then could get from opening the chest again in New Game Plus, and then with that currency you could go to a special New Game Plus vendor and get some new cosmetic items. I'm always for new unlocks that you can only get in New Game Plus, and I thought that God of War recently did a very good job of that. They also introduced an extra currency, and then as you continued and played through the New Game Plus mode, you would find new armor pieces that you could only get for this special currency. You start this New Game Plus mod in Jedi Fallen Order with 13 stim canisters, while you can only get 10 in one playthrough, but you can get even more now by simply going to the stim canister locations again in the New Game Plus mode. So this will make the game way easier if you already start with these potions. Like I was able to kill Ogdo Bogdo on Jedi Grandmaster first try because I already had a ton of stims. So I totally feel that a more challenging difficulty would do this game good if they let us replay it with the upgrades from our previous save. Otherwise, if you already cleared the game on Jedi Grandmaster, then this New Game Plus mode playthrough will be way easier than that. It is still awesome to replay the game, of course, though, with a stronger character and just fight these legendary creatures again, or see Dathomir again without the undead type enemies. And sure, this New Game Plus mod is not the real deal, but it does give you an idea of what New Game Plus would look like, and I really feel that they have to do some extra things to make it more exciting. It's still a really fun way to play through the game again if you want to do that anyways, and I will leave a link to this PC mod in the video description for if you want to try it for yourself. All you need to do is copy a save file into a folder, and there you can access it and also play with a red lightsaber. That's another cool part of this mod, that there are saves like with every type of lightsaber color, and I of course went with the red one because while it is in the game, we can of course not use it apart from that one scene. So I really hope that the Respawn just releases the option. Again, it's already in the game. Would be really awesome because I don't want to go back now after playing with the red lightsaber. I will totally be checking out more mods and maybe highlight them in future videos. And I will of course keep you up to date on everything Jedi Fallen Order. So totally subscribe if you don't want to miss anything. Like the video to support the channel. And let's check out some awesome pictures that you send my way via Twitter @JoeRaptor. So follow me there and share your shots for sure. Just like CVPT ended, who took a shot with an inside look at the Mantis. And I never put my camera here, so thought it was a cool shot. I can't decide between this awesome cow who needs to recover versus the stormtroopers, or is ready to take on a second sister. And both are from 501st. so I thought I would just share them both. Dathomir is my favorite planet in this game, and this shot from Harrison totally shows why. And I've actually been playing this game more on the PC, and this planet looks even better there. Like, I'm really impressed. So that shot already showed you that you do not need Cal in every shot, and this awesome one from Ethan does too, with the YE shock on a flamethrower trooper. Really nicely timed. So again, if you got any shots, reach out to me on Twitter @YourRaptor, follow me there and share your awesome pictures, or you can also email them to input@yourraptor.com, and who knows, maybe I highlight them in my next Jedi Fallen Order video. Totally check out my previous one where I go over the new job listings from Respawn to work on their next Jedi Fallen Order game likely, and I will speak to you next time. Goodbye!